We gonna get it going. Yeah. Cut some cable. My little lab. Messy crib, but we gonna do this. We gonna do it, baby. Got my little wire cutters. See, this is a cable I want to take to work, just to put on the tester and see if it actually works. See it? This is Cat5e. Yeah, I bought a whole wheel like about 2.5 years ago. Maybe 3. I forget. All right. So this is my crimper. All right. So as you see, you got 6 pins and you got 8 pins. So I'm thinking 6 pins probably for telephone cords and 8 pins probably for the Ethernet cords. As you see, a jack RJ11, RJ45. All right. So it has a little hole right there that you can actually put the wire on, like this little hole right here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. Put the blade on there and just twist it a little bit. I don't want to cut the whole cable or cut the whole wire. All right. Okay. Snagging a little bit. That's okay. There we go. All right, so it come twisted, as you see. So do it like that. Do it like this. Do it like that. Do it like that. Separate my twisted pairs. I'm gonna start on the orange first, because the orange is the first pins to go. And these are my RJ45 connectors. I might have to bring some extras to work. I can easily order some more. These are not that expensive. So I got 1 and I got 2. So you see these pins right here? Like I say, these represent 8 wires. So that's gonna connect inside this little connector. So here we go. So start with my orange, untwist that. Actually, I should have did it this way first. I don't make videos a lot, so still getting used to presenting. Maybe I might do a YouTube channel one day on PCs and technology. Who knows? All right, so I'm doing my greens because the way the diagram goes, it goes white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. That's called the T568B wiring standard for patch cables. Okay, so that's my green. All right, I'm gonna put the green to the side. So I'm lining it up as if I was putting these in. So this pin 1, this pin 2, and white green is pin 3. So pin 4 will actually be the solid blue. You gotta make sure you don't mix your solid and your white solids up. It's almost like a game of pool where you got your stripes and your solids. If you hit the first ball in, you gotta make sure you stick with your solids, and you hit the first ball in, that stripes, you gotta make sure you stick with your stripes. All right, probably bad analogy, but you get the point. So blue is the 4th pin, and white blue is the what? 5th pin, and green is the 6th pin. Then when I untwist this, all right, my brown gonna be my last pin, so I put it right there. And then my white brown is actually the 7th pin. So just to recap, we got white orange, 1st pin, orange the 2nd pin, white green the 3rd pin, blue the 4th pin, white blue is the 5th pin, green is the 6th pin, white brown is the 7th pin, and the 8th pin is the solid brown. All right, so I'm gonna put all these together. Now this is the most crazy part, because you got to make sure you keep these organized. And all now I'm doing is straighten the wire out. See, I'm just straightening out. Make sure I'm straightening out. Okay, so as you see, I'm trying to make sure it stay in order. Okay, I got my white orange, my white green, my solid blue, my white blue, solid green, white brown, and then my brown all together. And you want to make sure you keep them all together. Now, I'm going to cut them. I like to cut from this side. This is my crimper. So I'm going to stick it to. You see where the blade is closing at? You see where that blade is closing at? I want to stick it through there so I can cut them. You want to try to cut them evenly. I like doing these with scissors better, but this is what I have for the moment, so I'm going to use it. See, there you go. Nice clean cut. See it? It's not good as scissors, but it works. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line this up. Okay. So before I put this in, I'm going to make sure my colors are right. I got white orange, solid orange, white green, solid blue, white blue, solid green, white brown, solid brown. So here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. And you know what? This is not the way you should do it, leave this space, but I'm just showing you pretty much tutorial how you would do it. As you get better and better with it, it will actually be more down here, the connector itself. And you want to make sure before you crimp them that the pins are all the way into the top. This is the back view. You see, you want to make sure the pins go all the way to the top where the gold contacts at. I probably got it too close to the camera. All right. So once you establish that, you want to look again just to make sure the colors are in the right place. I mean, Angie helped me this at work, and I thank you for that. So again, if we have my crimper right here, if we have 6P or 8P, we want to use 8P because this is an 8-pin connector, which is an RJ45. You see 6 pins or anything like that, that's probably RJ11. You can tell by the way it looks. See, RJ11 was for a telephone. All right, so you put it in here. Make sure it's all the way through before you crimp it. You see it all the way through. And then you squeeze it. And you see how my connector doesn't move? And I let it go. That's how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go easy. See it? It's supposed to go easy. And see, you do a pull test. You see it? That boy's solid, you know. You always want to do a pull test and make sure it doesn't come right off. It's solid. You don't want, like I said again, you don't want to use that much. You don't want to leave that much space. You want to try to get, like I had on the first video, like close to the actual this part as possible with less wire exposed. But I'm just showing you the process. Okay, I'm gonna do the other end. All right. So what we gotta do, we gotta put in this little hole right here. It's a little hole you stick the wire through on a crimper. It fits right there. And you just twist it. You don't want to lock it. You just want to do enough to get open. You see it? You don't want to cut through the wire. You don't want to put the blade through the wires, because that way you won't be able to, you won't have no wires. And I'm just going to pull. See it? Just like that. All right. So we're going to do the same technique. I'm not going to do much explaining because I explained it on one side. So I'm just going to do my business. There we go. There we go. There we go. And see, what I noticed that the one that worked with the Cat5e, the wire texture was a little bit different. But even though the wire texture was a little bit different, these are actually easier to straighten out because they're more flexible, more durable. You know, the ones on Cat5e, you know, they're a little bit more rugged, tough. As far as, like, you know, you got to put a little bit more muscle when you're trying to straighten them wires out, or them, twisted pairs out. So I like this Cat5e because these are easier to do, to be honest. But it's the same procedure as Cat5e. All right, so doing my greens. Make sure I can actually untwist it. There we go. There we go. They come to loose. There we go. Make sure these in the right position. There we go. Position that right there. Position that right there. Position that right there. And the last pair. Position that right there. All right. All right. Like to try to straighten them out when I got them all together. Sometimes when you straighten them out, you might have to reorganize them again, because it's a chain. You see how I'm holding at the bottom? I'm trying to make sure the colors stay in order. But you might have to reposition them again. And yep, this one got a little bit out of position, but now it's back in position. So I'm gonna put them together and we're gonna do our cut. Like I said, I prefer doing these with scissors, but if I gotta do it with the crimper, it is what it is. We're gonna try and cut this as straight as possible. Okay, get back over there, stop being stubborn. Okay, this blue to stay in our place. We're gonna get you back in order. We're gonna get you back in line. We're gonna get you back in line. Try to make sure these stay in order, because when I cut these, I want them to be in order still. And I see why they get machines to make this type of stuff, because it's less on the human. Won't get over there. There we go. I just pulled them off. That's okay. Let's see, okay. These is pretty much as straight as I can get them. I think these are as straight as I can get them. Okay. Make sure you always want to verify they in the right order before you crimp them, because once you crimp them, that's it. And once you crimp them, you gotta start over. Pretty much, you gotta cut it off and start over. Like I say, when you cut them, you want them about your thumb size. You know, when you cut them, you know, you want them just to make it perfect. You want them just about your thumb fingernail size, just a little bit of slack, just in case you mess up with the cut. If you mess up with the cut, at least you can put them back in order and cut them down a little bit lower. But I'm gonna crimp them. Okay, and hopefully this one works. There we go. You see, when I crimp it don't move. That's how a crimp is supposed to do. When you crimp it, the connector shouldn't move. It should stay put once you put it in. And this is a pull test. All right, like I said, you don't want to leave this much wire exposed. This is for training purposes only. You see, I got both sides. You see that? Both sides. Bam. Both sides. All right, hope this video been helpful. And oh yeah, let me test it. So let's walk into my trashy room and test this one as well. All right. So I'm finna flip the camera. Okay.